Where we last left off, which the recording was deleted, so anyone who is watching this when it's put up on YouTube, the group of characters met each other. There's Jason, aka Saber, and Loki, aka, we're not going to say her actual name because I can't even remember how I pronounced it.
While you guys start, I'll be back in a second. I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay. And yeah, they are students of the heroes from the last campaign, and Emma passed away. And they were sent out by Dr. Meccano to check out a strange sighting of the Cobra Cult, which is a group of villains that have popped up a lot recently, though. They get dealt with pretty easily. These guys are not tough at all, but while trying to deal with them, they ran into Eno, who is this weird bug lizard eldritch deity thing that was trying to make a deal with the Cobra cultists, and that didn't go well because Saber and Loki beat their asses. Also, a fish in a ball of slime and a rock man fell out of two portals from space-time and are following everyone. So they're taking the Cobra cultists back to Guardian HQ, and that is where we start this session off at. So, after some more typical bickering between the two, Jason and Loki finally made it back to Guardian HQ down in Q Tierra. Now, along the way, I would just like to say, since the 30 years that have passed from the first campaign, Q Tierra has greatly expanded. It's essentially a metropolis now. There's way more buildings. The housing market actually got a lot better. You can get houses cheaper, and they're normally bigger too. The entire city is just bigger, all thanks to the late and great. Damn, I forgot his name now. I gotta look at the notes. Give me a sec.
That's what they're for.
Yep.
I like the added lore thing that the economy is sucking less.
Office Maximum, that's right. Office Maximum, the late and great hero, who used to be the mayor of Q Tierra. He actually did come out eventually and told everyone that he was Office Maximum. And then about 5 years after that is when he did officially retire from being the mayor as well as Office Maximum. He was just frankly getting too old for it. Even when he would turn into Office Maximum, he couldn't maintain the form for very long. So he did eventually have to step down. But Instinct, now, something interesting about Instinct was after the original campaign, we didn't really see what happened with him. He actually ran into Office Maximum while he was on a mission to take out some villains, and Instinct actually helped him. And Office Maximum asked him if he wanted to help him save the city, which, I mean, Instinct didn't have anything better to do, so he said sure, and soon enough he did become the official bodyguard of Office Maximum when he was the mayor. And now Instinct is the mayor, and he has continued on with Office Maximum's legacy. And yeah, Q Tierra has honestly never been better. Even Alleytown has cleaned up a decent amount. I mean, it's still the grungiest place in Q Tierra. Like, you don't want to be seen there in the dead of night, but I mean, it doesn't feel like you'll get mugged in the daytime anymore. So there's that. And they now enter the.
I'm back.
Hey, Jacob. We now enter the Guardian HQ, and Eno has not made his presence known. For those watching, Eno entered the shadows of Jason and Loki, and they don't know that he's in there. Now, they have noticed that Sarge and Goop are following them. They didn't say anything about it because they thought for like a minute that maybe they're just going the same direction. But yeah, no, they're still there. Does Loki want to say anything?
Loki just wants to turn around and just like glare at them.
Okay, she does. She turns around.
Why are you guys following us? You guys aren't part of the Guardians, and you never will be.
I mean, she's got a point, which is saying something coming from her.
Oh boy, she's using her smarts now.
She wants to turn her one hand into like claws and like graze it and like try to draw blood from him.
Okay, I'm not even gonna have you roll for that. He does, or she does that, and it is just like a tiny, very small cut that she makes.
Oopsie daisy. Better go run to Tommy for your boo boo.
I hate you.
And
he like just storms off, dragging one of the Cobra cultists that he has down the hallway. Now, what does Sarge want to say, if he wants to say anything?
What's going on? Because I just got here. Literally, I just got here.
I mean, we dragged the cultists to the headquarters from last session. I mean, that's literally the only thing that's going on.
What is your intentions? Actually,
what?
no,
to save the city, and like protect it and be its, guardians. Please tell me you've heard of us.
Now,
God.
Now, Sarge. Actually, you know what, Jacob? I want to roll intelligence really quick for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to work on setting up my voice mod so that.
Oh.
I give him a voice.
Okay. So.
Oh my God.
So,
Smart.
Sarge. He thinks back, and he actually remembers his mission, the mission given to him by Robert, the one who sent him and Goop into this alternate world. Robert's exact words were to go to this other world and to find powerful heroes to bring back. And as far as Sarge can tell, what this girl... thing, bug, I don't know. He saw her in multiple forms, so he's not sure what she is. She's talking like a hero, and she beat up bad guys. So maybe these guys are the heroes. He's pretty sure that that's what these guys are.
Do not look at me like that. You look stupid.
He can't even change his eye. He's
stoned.
just got his cracks on his face haven't changed, but she can just tell that he's.
She knows what he's thinking.
Yep.
But I'm made of.
Actually, since Jason broke off from the group, is Eno currently in his shadow? Or is he in Loki's shadow?
I'm imagining Jason's.
Okay.
Loki just wants to like walk off and walk to find Dr. Meccano.
Okay. So
Quick question: is my microphone reverbing because I don't want to wear my headphones, so I turned on my speakers?
No, you're or not.
Okay, good. I didn't turn them up very loud, so.
Loki just turns around and does like a very full of herself strut back to Dr. McKenna, which is also where the new jail cells that have been installed since that is what they have been doing. They've been throwing a bunch of villains that they've found into these jail cells since it was figured out fairly quickly in the past 30 years that throwing supervillains, especially mutants, in regular prisons, that never goes well.
God.
Now, Jason throws his cult member who was Joe, the so-called leader, the one who seemed like the leader. And as he got thrown into the cell, sort of like a holographic wall appeared, preventing him from escaping. You can't do this! Yeah, I can. And I will. And he turns around and he starts walking off. And Loki soon arrives with the other two. Does she want to throw them in the same cell as Joe?
No, she wants to throw them all in separate cells so they can be miserable, but like not have company.
Okay. So
I thought it was gonna be like, oh, well, we don't want them working together. No, just fuck them.
So as she's
there's that too, of course.
As she's walking down, there's some other pretty big villains that she walks past that her and Saber have had the misfortune of running into along with the rest of the Guardians on a couple of occasions. Some of the notable ones that she passes are Titanium, a mutant who had the interesting ability of being able to touch and like absorb any metal that he comes in contact with. And during the last fight he was in, he was able to absorb some nanometal, which made him extremely difficult, which is why he is in the Guardian prison and not a normal prison, because normally they could just put him into like a wooden jail cell and he'd be, fine. He couldn't do anything. But the nanometal stuff, that made him way too powerful, so that's why he isn't here. And the one who makes sure to glare daggers at Loki as she passes is Panther. Now, Panther is very interesting, as Panther was actually a surviving Emma clone. After the explosion of the seed facility, she actually survived and lived in Alleytown for quite a while, basically getting everything she now knows from the streets, and of course being raised in Alleytown gave her a bit of a thieves mindset, which is where her crime started, but having the same cheetah speed abilities as Emma made her a very formidable opponent.
Loki just wants to smirk. She passes by.
As Loki turns and smirks at her as she walks down, Panther sticks her middle finger right up at her as she keeps walking, and she puts Jeff and Butch into 2 separate cells.
No, thank you, Panther, but I appreciate the offer.
Now, another thing is the cells are soundproof from the inside, so the Guardians can talk to them, and they can hear, but the villains cannot, or they can speak, but no sound comes out. So she can see Panther yelling something, but she has no idea what it is because no sound is coming out.
She just wants to shrug and continue walking.
So as she continues walking, she enters into Dr. Meccano's room, and Jason is already there. He was actually by the small infirmary in Meccano's room in order to get patched up. And as soon as he saw Loki come in, he snaps his fingers to stop time so he can finish what he was doing and leave before Loki can see. Now, time is resuming, but he doesn't fully leave the room yet. He's still walking, and Meccano is over in her usual corner, sitting by her large set of monitors. She's got about, 8 monitors connected right now, and this is just on this current computer system. She has more spread out throughout the entire HQ. And she does have her work goggles on as she appears to be typing some sort of message.
Can Eno look at the message?
Yes. As Eno appears out of Jason's shadow, he tries to squint and read what it's saying. The message appears to be some sort of text message, an instant message from someone named Warden. And it appears to be just kind of a very simple conversation. Literally, the very start of it is just, "How have you been?" And it just kind of goes on from there. However, as Eno comes out, sirens throughout the entire headquarters start to blare, and some mechanical arms come down, and Eno, of course, isn't afraid until they all surround where he would be, where his body would be, and they emit some sort of pulse. He's not sure what this pulse is, but he suddenly finds that he's unable to move.
What?
And Jason turns around. "Wait, you're still here?"
What's happening?
And
Ooh, the thingy I wanted to keep. Can we keep
and
it?
as they go off, the woman sitting in the computer chair turns around, still sitting in the chair, and has a very wide grin on her face as she gets up and starts walking over. "You know,
I'm
no
back.
one's been brave enough to try to break into this base in a very long time."
Break in? The doors were practically open.
Can we keep him, or it, or her, whatever it is?
Hey, what game are we playing?
This is Eminem because Audrey came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have a character for this one, or?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, cool.
If you want to work on a character for that, we can do that
Okay.
After this session.
All right, sounds good. All right, so I'll just
Okay.
name this M&M Campaign Episode 9 or whatever. I think so.
I'll send you the title.
Okay, cool.
I'll send it to you
Alrighty.
after we're done.
Sounds good.
And Meccano is squinting, looking this creature all over, and Eno does not like this at all because she's not afraid of him. It's very clear, but she's getting awfully close. No person except for one man has ever been that close to him without immediately freaking out, and it's making him incredibly uncomfortable.
What? What are you doing?
And she takes her hand, and she actually puts it inside him. And she just starts waving it around. Interesting. Very interesting.
What is this? What are you doing?
Well, that's Dr. Meccano, and she's examining you.
Is it a threat?
Jeez. What? It was a question.
She immediately pulls out like a notepad and starts like scribbling down things at an incredibly fast rate. Now, actually, can you roll an intelligence check?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and his intelligence is, I think, pretty okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, as this
Yogurt.
woman is jotting this stuff down, Eno actually sees some sort of device on her neck. It appears to be some sort of filter, and he can clearly see that there is water flowing through it. And as he squints a little bit more to peer inside, he can actually see that this woman has gills. And that is what finally puts it together. This is no normal woman, though he wouldn't have thought that even if she was a human. This is an Atlantean, though he has not seen any Atlantean in, hundreds of years at least.
An Atlantean.
As soon as she hears that, she puts down her notepad and her pen. Did you say Atlantean?
Yes.
So the stories are true.
Well, they're not stories for everyone.
Interesting. And she starts walking over to her computer, and to everyone's surprise, as she starts typing and she clicks one of the buttons, all of the arms let go of Eno. Dr. M, are you sure that's a good idea?
Nope.
Okay. And Jason continues leaving the room. He knows this is how she is. He doesn't need to ask any more questions.
Loki wants to take a seat and just watch it all play out.
Jacob, what is Sarge doing?
Well, Sarge is just being Sarge. He's just standing around as always. He's looking at face.
Does he want to try to just be a statue, like pretend to be a statue?
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Would you like me to roll to see how convincing he is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meccano looks behind her. Oh, that's a nice statue. When did we get that one?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm probably going to end up giving him an actual voice here in a little bit.
Oh, damn.
I pulled out. I mean, like, I'm still going to do this, but I pulled out my voice changer and I hooked it up to my computer, and I'm just reinstalling the program, and I'm going to give him a voice.
Okay. So, suddenly there's like a weird rattling noise, and Meccano turns her head, and she sees a rock man standing there. Now, he's trying to look like a normal statue, but considering he's in a room where there are no other statues, and he was never there before, yeah, Meccano notices immediately, and that same grin appears on her face as she gets up and she starts walking around the stone man as well.
Is this how you greet all visitors?
That's how I greet interesting ones.
Well, gee. Those arms, how do they function?
Well, going over the entire explanation would probably take hours, but...
And she starts pulling up images on her computer.
You see, we've had some run-ins with some, paranormal visitors.
And as she says this, she pulls up a picture, or two pictures actually. One is of a black cat. Now, not even Loki understands what this black cat is supposed to mean. No one has actually explained to her why that is there. However, the other picture she is familiar with. It was an old member of the Guardians. Some said that they were a founding member, though they just suddenly disappeared one day, and no one has actually said where they went or why they left. But this was the member known as Blue.
You see, my father was, a bit interested in, well, what these two had in common, and did a lot of research, especially after the whole, Trinity incident.
And I'm assuming found out about something alarming, or...
No, just the space god that was going to destroy everything in the universe.
Oh. The usual, I presume?
I guess so.
Well, clearly something significant enough to justify the development and use of such countermeasures?
Oh yeah. We made them just in case some other beings from another realm or some space-destroying god didn't come to destroy Earth again. And, well, here you are.
Wait a minute, are you saying it's here to destroy Earth?
I don't know.
I'm certainly not here to destroy the planet, no.
Well,
Then
that's
what
good.
are you here for?
There are too many business prospects here.
Ugh.
I was going to sell something to... What are they, the Cobra Cult? But
Yeah, they're evil. So what are you? Evil?
I suppose, but they didn't have much to give me in return.
What were you selling them?
What, are you interested?
Just tell me what you were selling them.
I only explain my wares to prospective buyers.
And Meccano
I'll be
has
back.
seemingly been ignoring, during that explanation.
I mean, we'll probably figure out anyway. We have... Ugh. I want to know! Dr. Meccano, have him tell me.
I'm sure that he can give me all the answers once I experiment.
And as she does this, she pulls out some very odd-looking tools. However, judging from what those arms were able to do, and considering one of those tools looks like some sort of ray gun, Eno is actually a little afraid of what those could possibly do to him.
God, okay, Eno wants to leave.
Okay. Does he just want to, like, bolt, or...
No?
No, he just wants to go. Like,
Either
just
that
go
or he
into
wants...
another room.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
He's very much afraid, but I don't think he wants to, like...
he doesn't want to run because he knows
Yeah.
what'll probably happen. So, decides to just kind of swoop away slowly. And as he does this, Meccano understands what's going on and puts down her equipment and has a very disappointed look and goes back on her computer.
Oh. More reasonable than I originally assumed.
Well, I can't experiment on you if you aren't willing. New laws and all.
You're just gonna let him, like, leave?
Well, he's not causing any problems, is he?
We don't know it is.
I like this one.
Which one?
Well, I suppose the both of you, neither of you have... Okay, no, that's a lie. Both of you have tried to do something to me, but both of you have backed down. Either through not being capable of slicing my throat or moral objections.
I want to know what you were trying to sell them. I mean, it would be useful to know, because we need to know what they're trying to do. I mean, what if they're trying to form a bigger group?
Well, it doesn't matter anymore. They're not getting it.
Ugh. But they might have other means of trying to get it, and it might be something really important.
There's only one way they'd get it, and it's from me. And
Whatever.
unless they have any way of forcefully taking it from me, well, I don't even think that's worth considering as a possibility.
No.
Whatever.
Oh, go ahead.
I want
to rejoin y'all.
Oh, okay.
Alright. I want Eno to go off and try to find Saber.
Okay. Does Loki want to follow?
Loki wants to go to the cells because she wants to try to just look at observe what the different members are doing.
Okay, like the Cobra Cult guys?
Yes.
She could even
Okay.
ask them to try and figure out what they were trying to buy.
Oh, yeah, she could do some interrogation.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah.
Okay. So, Loki gets up and decides, well, if Meccano isn't going to do anything, then she might as well try. And goes back to the jail cells in order to try to do some interrogation. Now, as she gets in there, she can easily see what the three members are doing. The leader, seemingly the leader, Joe, just looks annoyed. He's sitting down with his arms crossed, looking incredibly just angry about the whole thing. Jeff seems to just kind of be like laying down on the ground, like arms under his head, just kind of like relaxing, but he has a very bored look on his face. And Butch still looks freaked out, especially since he didn't get treated for that laser shot in his side.
Loki wants to go over to Butch's cell and take Butch out.
Okay.
Because
So
she's thinking he would be the easiest. And then she wants to go try to find Jason and try to talk to Jason about getting them to like crack.
Okay. So
Because
she goes over to Butch's cell, and she opens it, and he's afraid. He's thinking she's about to hurt him more, and he puts up both of his hands to try to protect himself.
Do you want that wound taken care of or not?
Yeah, I do.
Then come with me.
Okay. He does get up and starts following her into the lab with McKenna to get to the infirmary. And as he comes in, McKenna always likes to see which of the villains comes in, because whenever she gets the chance, she always likes to ask if she can run tests on whoever. But as soon as she sees it's just one of the boring Cobra Cult, she just goes right back to what she was doing.
Dr. McKenna, do you know where Jason went?
I'm guessing you probably went to the training area with Tommy.
Okay. I want him to help me interrogate. You know, I would never tell him this, but he's definitely the better interrogator.
And she's just kind of like nodding. Like she's not looking at Loki while they're talking, but she is still nodding.
Can you get his wound treated? I'm gonna go find Jason.
Sure thing.
And she gets out some other tools as Loki leaves the room, and Butch is just standing there. Is it okay if I'm in here with? And like, she can't even hear him after that. She's already gone. Now, I do want to cut to what Jason is currently doing. So Jason is in the training area, and he's actually just kind of like hitting a punching bag, doing some general attacks before taking out his sword and trying to do some other slashes. And there is an older man standing in the corner watching. He's got his arms folded, and he sees Jason snap his fingers, and then in an instant there is a huge slash on the punching bag where like all of the like sand inside spills out, and Jason's looking very proud of himself. And Eno has now shown up in the doorway. And as he's watching this, the older man walks up to Jason. You're relying too much on that power of yours. What do you mean? I'm a hero. That's kind of what we do. Yeah, last time I checked, I didn't have any time-stop powers, robotic suits, and I wasn't a living computer. Now, try to hit me. You want me to hit you? Yeah, come on. And the man puts up his fists. I'm going to try to roll for Jason. As Jason attempts to do a straight punch, this man immediately goes to the side and grabs his arm and is about to throw Jason onto the ground. Now, Jason is going to try to snap his fingers.
Can Eno try to stop him?
Ooh, yes, actually.
Oh.
Never mind.
Jesus.
Well, okay. Here, try to roll. Try to roll. If you get a 20, we'll see what happens.
I'm not gonna get a 20.
Damn, it was so close, though.
Really? It was pretty close?
Eno tries to dash over. He wants to see what happens with this kid, to see what he can do about not using these powers However, something different happens. As Eno tries to rush up, Jason...
I was kind of imagining you use, like, telekinesis or something.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, because he can't, you know...
That's true. Okay, yeah, okay. Then rework. He does try to use his telekinesis to stop his hand from snapping. Now, his hand does stop from snapping. But Eno can still see that sort of like time bubble that comes out whenever Jason snaps his fingers was still coming. He didn't snap his fingers that time. And in fact, as Eno looks closer, he can even see some spark come off of Jason's body. As Jason gets out of the hold and rushes in with an incredibly hard elbow tackle right at the man. Time resumes, and the man is thrown onto the floor. That was pretty good. I didn't hear you snap your fingers that time. Yeah, because I don't need to. I don't need to use that power. Alright? And...
I'm just imagining Eno's, like, glaring at him.
Does Eno want to actually do anything? Like, go into the room, or is he just going to, like, kind of stay back in the doorway?
He's gonna stay back in the doorway.
Now, as he does, Eno sees the man take something out from his pocket and actually throws it in Eno's direction. Eno doesn't move, but the thing goes right through him and sticks into the wall behind him. It appeared to be a dagger. The man turns around and sees him. So, how long are you going to stand there?
Well, I was planning to for a little while. I wanted to see if Saber could get out of that position without stopping time.
And Jason, he's looking at Eno, even more annoyed than before. Why do you keep following me?
No. I have reasons.
Friend of yours? Hardly. We just met him earlier today. He was some, I don't know, drug dealer for the Cobra Cult.
Drug dealer.
And the man walks closer to Eno. Kind of looks him over. Well, despite your appearance,
Dad.
You don't seem to be malicious.
Oh, well, I don't intend to hurt anyone here.
I see.
By the way, is there any possibility that he doesn't have to snap his fingers to stop time?
And Jason looks kind of shocked by the question. What do you mean? I've always had to. Tommy, or the man, actually does put his hand under his chin and starts to think for a moment. Well, there's a lot that we still don't know about Jason's power here. But, like you said, it's only ever worked when he snapped his finger. So, for right now, I'd say no.
Well then. Good job.
Thanks.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah, but that's okay. Now, Loki pops into the room and sees Eno and Tommy and Jason, and she sees that Jason does not appear to be in a good mood, so this is going to be easy.
Jason?
He looks over at her.
Oh, hi, Tommy.
Oh, hello, Loki. How are you?
I need your, I need Jason.
And Jason, he walks past Tommy. Of course she does. And starts walking over.
I need you to help me with interrogating the, well, can you make this, creature go away?
Oh, is she talking about Eno?
Yes.
Or is she asking Tommy to do that? Or
Yes.
okay. Well, considering that I don't have any weapons that can hurt whatever he is, probably not.
I'll
Hey,
make
Eno.
my leave by myself.
Thank you. I want to interrogate the other people, but I don't want that creature there.
Hey guys, what if I did this for the voice? Did it change on y'all's end?
No.
No.
Oh, it didn't.
No.
Oh, it changed on mine. It's so weird. That's what I was having problems with my thingy, and I got it fixed, and now it's not working on your end.
You might have to set or change your input on Discord to whatever that
Does
program
it sound
is.
different now?
No.
Yeah, you might have to change your input on Discord to whatever the output of that program is.
How do I do that?
If you go to the settings in Discord and then voice and video, I believe, yeah,
Yeah.
voice and video, and you change or select your input device.
And as Jason starts walking out back towards the cells, he tells Loki, "All right, get the towels and the bottles of water ready."
We're going to the infirmary.
Okay.
I took the weak one, the one that has the wound.
Oh, this will be easy.
Oh yeah, he seems like the one that would crack the easiest.
Jason even gets his sword out as they keep walking. And Tommy's looking like he's at the doorway now watching them leave, and he just kind of puts a hand on his head. These kids.
We heard
God.
I do keep some of my hearing whenever I transform into different animals.
Just wanting to let you know, you kids are doing a great job.
I know we are.
Actually, could Eno slip back into the room with Tommy after the others leave?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so as they do get far enough down the hallway, Tommy gets back into the training room, and he's actually starting to set up a new punching bag as Eno fully appears behind him.
So, what is this place?
You mean the base or this room?
Well, the base.
Well, you see, we are known as the Guardians. We're kind of worldwide heroes. Actually, if you're wondering where the rest of our teammates are, they're actually at different parts of the world, doing, well, a lot of things. Especially Warden, considering, well, he is the internet now. And this base is really just our primary base of operations. This is where we get to see villain activity, and we get to look around, see if there's any new fledgling, upstart kids with powers that need some training. That's what this room is for. And we try to keep world peace.
A commendable effort, I'm sure.
It's worked so far.
That's surprising.
Yeah, you're telling me. You know, I can still remember back all those years ago when we first started this whole thing.
Were you not as prepared back then?
Oh, no. No, I was at most their IT guy. And then I basically became useless once, the original Dr. Meccano came in. I'm sure you met the current Dr. Meccano. That is actually the original's daughter. And, yeah, he basically took my spot, so I had to do some major training of my own.
Did he really take your spot? I mean, sure, you had to work to fill a different niche, but you were still a part of the group.
Well, I guess you're right about that. I don't know, though. Thinking about it more, especially nowadays, I start to wonder if I never did train like I did back then. He starts punching this punching bag, and something Eno notices is his hits are hard. And it doesn't seem like he's got any sort of abilities or anything, and it doesn't even seem like he's trying that hard either. He's just hitting incredibly hard. From what Eno can tell, is just a normal human. I'd still be in the team today.
Well, it certainly is an interesting group you have here.
Tell me about it. We've got a literal zombie, a guy who wears a scorpion suit all day. We've got whatever you want to call him, Meccano. We've got an alien. We've got someone who can stop time. And, our two temporary members, I guess you could call them, an actual nuke with legs and a mute. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what she is.
I can certainly see how that first one is temporary. Did you say alien?
Yes, that is what Loki is.
Interesting. Well, anyways, I think I'm going to go monitor their
Actually,
interrogation.
really quick, before you do that, seem like not a bad guy. I'm not the best judge of character, but
Certainly not.
keep an eye out for them, alright? They can get into some major trouble.
Working now, y'all?
Well, I can hear you.
I'll certainly watch over them.
And, the man nods and starts hitting the punching bag harder. And right before Eno fully leaves the room, he sees the man wind up a like far away punch, rams his fist into that punching bag, and it actually flies off of its hinge and slams into the wall of the room.
Well,
Now, as Eno gets back to the infirmary, he sees Loki and Jason holding one of the Cobra Cult members down on top of a sink, and they have a towel over his face, and they're waterboarding him. And as they're doing that, Jason also has another bottle of water just to add some extra water to the waterboarding process.
Just tell us what you were trying to buy.
He can't. So he's trying to answer, but they can't tell what he's saying because of all the water.
Oh yeah, we might
think
want to
we need
take
more
the towel
water?
off his face. No, I think we should take the towel off his face.
Yeah, and he does that. Are you trying to kill me?
Just answer the question.
Okay, please. He was going to give us ultimate power. Are you really that stupid? What? You think that guy can give you ultimate power? I already have it. So...
Loki kind of just wants to take her elbow and ram it into his ribs.
Oh, is... Who?
Into Jason's ribs.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Ultimate power if you can't see that coming.
No, what does Eno want to do, seeing this scene play out in front of him?
I am many things. A liar? Not quite.
You're still here?
Why are you still here?
Where
And
exactly
also,
else am I supposed to go?
I don't know.
in our facility. You freaking
Whatever
creep.
hole you came from.
Fair.
To being a villain, so we can find you and actually arrest you,
Yeah,
and then we can keep you.
yeah. I don't. Meccano's probably gonna have to make us some special cuffs or something.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good thing we should talk to her about. Since there might be more creatures out there like this.
Yeah. I'm surprised she hasn't done that already. Maybe we should ask if she could add some shock thing to it. Oh, she'd love that.
That would be spectacular. Oh, just to see how the lightning would go through their body.
Meccano, they as soon as she says that, they see Meccano leap out of her chair, go to one of the lab tables and start putting something together.
Heard you loud and clear. Oh, and it looks like we have our perfect test subject.
Stay as our test subject
No.
and get out of our facility.
Is when he was talking with Tommy, this man was pretty civilized, saying how this is a team who is trying to go with world peace. But with these three, he's honestly thinking that these three are more villainous than the Cobra Cult.
Jesus. That's not a phrase I use that much because, well, it's kind of awkward to refer to people that you've met, but
What?
in that way, I just...
Look, I played for
I love it. Okay, I love how that just confirms that Jesus is an actual person in this universe. I like that. All right, let's keep going.
But this is, at the very least, I can assure you any other creatures you see like me will not be so cordial or containable for that matter.
Jacob,
So-
is Sarge still pretending to be a statue?
Now he wants to walk over to the group now.
Okay. Does he want to say anything as he walks over?
No.
Okay. As he walks over, I just want to say, as he walks over, he feels something, just kind of like on him, and as he looks, he sees there's some sort of device that has been jammed into his chest.
Ow.
Oh, sorry I didn't warn you. Yeah, that's just something that will monitor your movements, your bodily functions, and just tell me every little detail about yourself.
Why do you want my details?
Because you're weird.
Do you want my social security number too?
Do you have one?
I mean, it's not for you, but I mean, if you want it, I can give you one, but it's probably not mine.
Does he want to bring up how he's from a different universe or no? I will just
I
say
don't know. I think
around this woman it probably wouldn't be a good idea.
probably not to that woman, but to the group eventually.
Okay.
Okay. So there's others like you. There's others out there like you. You know.
Like me is...
That
I'll
look
take
like
it as a compliment.
So does that mean we got to deal with more of you? Is that what the
No.
Cobra Cult's after?
Well, if they are, then either they're stupid, which... Oh, well, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that, because they are very stupid. Or, well, they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, we know what we're doing. We're just trying to follow our boss.
Who's your boss?
Well, I'm not supposed to
Me.
give. I'm
I
not
am
supposed
your
to give her
boss.
name.
Her name and Loki wants to turn her claws and her nails into claws and just gently scratch them down his.
As she does this, he starts screaming. Okay, I'll tell you. Her name's Medusa. Wow,
What?
how original.
Wait. Can Eno do an intelligence check?
Yes.
Please.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Jacob.
Okay.
Ooh.
Not wanting to work.
Okay, so what exactly was he trying to think about?
He's trying to think, because now that he's considered the possibility that they're looking for spooky eldritch creatures, he's trying to think if he knows of any that would... If they had a cult, they would be called the Cobra Cult, and if the leader of that cult would be named after a snake, if there are any snake-like creatures he's aware of.
As Eno's trying to think about all the eldritch creatures that could possibly be like that, he finally does come to one possibility, but he doesn't think that they'd be that stupid to actually try and follow that one, especially since that one has been sealed away by other eldritch deities because of how destructive its power really is.
Oh. Cobra Cult. Medusa. That's clever?
I mean, I thought it was pretty clever. I didn't come up with it, but...
Tell me, there wouldn't happen to be any reason you call yourselves that.
I don't know. I mean, we got like the Snake Hoods, and our boss is Medusa, and her right-hand man is Basilisk. I wasn't supposed to tell you that.
At this point, I don't think you're going to receive any punishments from your group. The only punishments you might receive is whatever genuinely morally abhorrent things this one decides to do to you.
As he says, I just see Loki raising up her claws, Jason holding out his sword, and McKenna pulls out her various instruments.
So...
I think you can leave now. Thank you for the information. Will we ever get rid of him, Jason?
Doesn't look like it.
I won't tell you then.
Oh,
wait,
tell me!
Tell us what?
There is a bit of a correlation between the name of the cult and their leader and a possible eldritch deity. Slightly of my variety, though. I'd prefer not be compared to it.
And as he says this, McKenna's eyes shine as bright as they ever had in a very long time. And she, slams her hands on her lab table, gets out her notepad, and she has the same energy as, a young school student who is ready to learn.
Oh.
Doctor...
It might not be a good idea to keep notes on this one. But I guess you don't care.
Nope.
It's a particularly powerful... I struggle to call it a being, more of a force of nature, or supernature? I'm not sure what you'd call it. Anyways, it was sealed away possibly an infinite amount of time ago, on account of, well, if it could enter this world, there probably wouldn't be much of a world left.
So, what? Satan? I mean, you said you met Jesus.
Not Satan. Worse.
How can... What?
Significantly. Think about it. Creatures of my kind, my kin, sealed it away. It was too much for us.
So what I'm getting from this is, idiots are following psychopaths. Psychopaths want to destroy the world, and we need your help to stop him, and we have to talk to Warden, because apparently we need more information on what's happening.
You do not, Jacob.
Oh my god.
Am I right, or am I wrong?
Well, we're not trying to destroy the world. We just want ultimate power, and as much power as we can get, because I mean, power, it'll get more money. At least that's what I'm doing it for. I need, some more money. Gotta pay for my kids.
I'm aware of no such...
There's other ways you can do it, and that's really sad.
Yeah, why are
kids
you
following your footsteps?
Why are you in a cult when you're trying to feed your kids? Well, I got fired from 2 jobs. I don't really have any other skills.
You keep working at it. That's sad. You train or you practice.
Do you really think so? I mean, I don't know.
You're going to jail. Now your kids are going to die and starve.
Wait, what? I mean, she's not wrong.
You both realize you are the ones enacting this punishment, correct?
I just see, I just see neither of them acknowledge what he just said.
Anyways, I'm aware of no such ritual that could break the seal that was built for the creature, nor any reason you'd want to summon it or release it.
Well, and he just kind of stops talking after that.
There is-
Actually, could everyone really quick roll an intelligence check? Well, I'll roll for you.
There
Audrey,
is
if you want me
There is
to.
something else I think Eno could do as well.
Okay.
So you're rolling
Also,
in a
is he-
intelligence?
Oh,
There we go.
yeah, I'm rolling. Okay, that was for
Cool.
Jason. Here's for Loki.
Will you roll for me, please?
Yes.
Oh,
Hey
Oh.
guys, I will be right back. I gotta do something real quick. I'll be on in a
Okay.
little bit.
Okay, so as he suddenly just stops talking, everyone just kind of thinks he's, just done. He said everything he has to say, and at this point, he's just kind of scared at what else they're going to do with him, but Jason actually thinks a bit different. He actually thinks it's a bit odd that he just suddenly stopped talking. Now, Eno doesn't think that this is too odd, but what was he going to try to do?
I was going to see if Eno could read his mind.
Oh, yes! You could do that.
There is no such ritual, right?
Oh, wait, no, you already rolled. You didn't
Oh,
you didn't have to roll again. And
Okay.
you got a higher roll last time, so I'm not
Okay.
gonna have you. So as he kind of hovers his hand over Butch's head, he tries to read into his mind. He suddenly hears what sounds like a bunch of whispers, and as soon as he hears them, he immediately starts to shudder. These are no normal whispers. These are the whispers of an eldritch deity, but that can't be. If they're trying to resurrect it. And would you like me to reveal what its actual name is, by the way? Just
yes.
okay, its name is
Yes.
Zenith.
Zenith.
If they're actually trying to resurrect Zenith, free Zenith from its seal, there's no other Eldritch deity that would help. So the only one who could possibly be sending those whispers would be Zenith itself, but
Is it working now?
no.
Oh, God, I get it. I'll fix it another day.
It's impossible. There's no way. Zenith can't be able to do this unless somehow these idiot mortals found their own way of at least partially breaking the seal. And specifically what these whispers are saying, they are simply repeating over and over, do not speak.
I. No. It's. No.
Is he alright? Is this normal? Does anyone know if this
No.
ghost thing freaking out is normal?
It's not normal.
It's. They're doing it.
What are
Oh
they
my
doing?
god, and I almost sold that to them. It doesn't even matter what I take from them. I don't know. I don't know if it's just because they're stupid or because they already gave it away. Does it have to live?
You mean him?
Yes.
I mean,
He not killed a human. He has children.
we're not supposed to. So as he asked this, I see Meccano pull out this large book. She opens it up and she starts reciting the exact, full drawn out hero law, which essentially states you are not legally allowed to kill a villain unless that villain is so destructive that it would be best for the actual planet itself to kill them.
So, no, we're not killing the human. He has children.
I mean,
how do we know the children aren't the same?
I mean, he's pretty defenseless too.
Yeah, that's sad.
Defenseless?
He is defenseless.
He's not talking because he's, well, afraid, or at least he's not afraid of any of you. He's talking because he's being told, or not talking because he's been told to stay silent.
What? By who?
And
well, does he hear voices in his head?
And Jason is actually kind of thinking, okay, I'll hear you out. Hello?
They would have had to have broken some part of the seal. I don't know how, but it's talking to him.
So wait, that thing you were talking about,
Yes.
It is talking to him.
Yes. And that shouldn't be possible. None of my kin would be stupid enough to talk to any of these people, to establish any communication with it. They must have found, there must be a ritual. There must, but there isn't.
Does anyone want to do any other sort of checks really quick? Specifically an awareness check.
Yeah, I'll do an awareness check.
Okay.
I'm just kind of listening. I feel like Sarge is like a quiet person. Because,
Yeah.
He's observing. He just doesn't talk.
Okay, that was a 10. Anyone else? Does anyone else want to do an awareness check?
I think Eno's just freaking out right now.
Okay, that makes sense.
Gavin, how did you say to check the Discord thing?
Go to your settings, go to voice and video, and it should be one of the input devices listed.
Oh, I don't see that. I see input voice activity.
Hold on. Voice and video. It should be at the very top of voice settings, the input device. Unless it's different on mobile.
I'm not on mobile, I'm on PC.
Okay, yeah, it should be at the very top. And then it says input device, and there's a drop-down menu.
Oh, I saw input mode.
So, as they're all just kind of standing there, and Eno is freaking out, Sarge actually takes a closer look at this guy. And he actually sees something incredibly small, something that no one else has seen yet. Does he want to point it out?
Who?
You.
Yes.
Okay. Then, could you voice out for Sarge?
Hey, guys, look, there's something over there.
And he points to the back of Butch's neck. Meccano decides to walk over and take a look. As she squints, she does not look happy. She immediately rushes back over to her computer and she starts trying to type. As she tries to type up, and on her monitors, camera views start showing up. They start appearing throughout the entire headquarters. On one of the camera feeds, there's an explosion, and the camera goes out.
They tracked us. They put trackers on them.
They?
I didn't think they would be that smart.
We didn't even check them. We're so stupid.
I've been played.
We've all been played.
Wait a minute. How do we know? Never mind. It's not the time to think about it.
The explosion, it came from all the way down on the west side. That's down by the living quarters.
Come on. Let's go see if Tommy might meet. Let's go see if we can find Tommy, Jason.
Right.
Wait. Wait. We gotta put Butch back in his. What do we do with him? Do we just leave him there?
I can take him.
Oh, okay.
Can
Put him
you?
back in the cell.
All right.
We'll
Butch.
find Tommy. Come on.
Okay, so Loki and Jason start booking it down towards the west side of the
Loki
head.
wants to turn into a cheetah so she can run faster.
I do just want to add this where she turns into a cheetah, but it's not like a normal cheetah. She turns into a fairly large cheetah, and the reason is so that Jason can ride on top of her back so that they can get there much quicker. They do not argue, bicker, or anything. Without words, this happens.
Can Ito bring
go ahead.
Butch to Meccano?
Yes.
Is there any way you can? I don't know. Make him stop thinking?
As he says this, she takes out some sort of electrical device, and he only knows this because she pushes a trigger on it a couple times to show the sparks flying out.
Can do.
Okay. I need to leave.
Does he want to follow Loki and Jason?
Yes.
All right. Jacob, does Sarge want to join them as well? Jacob?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Yes, they do. Yes, he does.
Okay.
And I'm back.
Cool. Welcome back.
Hey, honey.
What up?
Nothing. Plot.
Awesome.
So, they are rushing down towards the west side of the HQ, and as they get down to the living quarters, they actually see that Tommy is already there. He actually has his bow staff out, and as he tries to hit the intruder, the bow staff is grabbed, thrown out into the air, and he is hit down to the ground. The man standing in front of him appears to be a human. However, he has some very odd features that make everyone think twice about whether he is actually a human or not. His skin is incredibly pale. His eyes are not normal at all. They are black with white irises. He has almost fang-like teeth as he has a menacing grin while he kicks Tommy across the ground. He's wearing what appears to be some sort of suit. It sort of resembles those red Cobra Cult hoods. However, his is emerald green. And his snake hood actually has a sort of a tail at the end of it, almost like a long cap, the end of a long cap draping down on his back. And most curious of all is his left arm. He has a normal humanoid right arm, but his left arm appears to be some sort of machine. And, of course, to stay on brand, it appears to be some sort of mechanical snake arm. So, those fools actually found something interesting.
Loki wants to circle around Tommy protectively until he's able to get on his feet again.
Okay. So as she does that, Jason leaps off. He's mad. He's very mad. He is actually going to try and immediately strike this guy with his sword. Oh. Uh-oh. As he swings down, the man easily backsteps, similar to his match with Tommy. And with that snake mouth, grabs the sword and slams Jason down into the floor, causing him to let go of the sword. Now this man has his sword and has Jason pinned down to the ground. As he does this, Tommy is struggling to stand back up.
I have an idea. Can Eno stand, arms folded, above Tommy?
Yes.
I see you. Your group is a lot smarter than I originally thought.
And as the man looks up and sees Eno, he grins. Ah, so you're the famous Eno, I see.
I wasn't aware I was famous, but...
Oh, your name's been going around our circles for, well, quite some time now.
Yes, I was going to do a transaction with the 3 members here. And, well, it was interrupted, and I followed them back into this facility.
I see. How unfortunate. What do you say we finish that little transaction?
I think yes, but not here. And before we do, I would like to.
Can Sarge like butt in and like can he like sneak over to him and ask him what they're selling?
Wait, sneaks over to what? To who? Eno? Okay, yeah. Yeah, here, let me roll to see how stealthy you are.
I just love that he's stealthy. Oh my god.
Wow, yeah, okay. So, as this is going on, I see that Sarge, like, turned himself into, like, just a bunch of regular stones, and they're all, like, rolling across the ground, and, like, after, like, there's a pause from anybody, they stop. And then as they continue talking, he keeps rolling. And then right after Eno was about to continue talking, he appears behind him.
What's going on?
Is Eno going to answer?
I'm talking to prospective buyers here.
What's he selling?
That is information you are not privileged to.
I hope it ain't an axe, because I don't want to be mined.
As they speak, suddenly, Eno feels a strange sensation. At first, it somewhat feels like those robotic arms that latched onto him when he first got here. However, it soon starts to tingle a little. Then it starts to burn. And then it starts to burn a lot. And as he finally looks down, he sees that that snake arm, which has now dropped Jason's sword, is inside of his body. Now, the snake's mouth is opened, and there's some sort of energy pouring out. It appears to be purplish in color. And this is energy that Eno is familiar with. It's the same sort of energy that he is actually able to use once he fires out a psychic blast. And as the burning sensation goes through his body, and sparks fly out from the snake's mouth, suddenly something is yanked out of Eno, and instead of flying like he was, levitating, he immediately falls to the ground. But to the group's surprise, as he falls, it's with a thud. As Eno tries to open an eye and see what happened, as his vision is blurred, he can see the man with the snake arm, and inside of its mouth appears to be some sort of orb made out of that purplish energy. Thanks for doing business. And he turns and just tries to walk away.
Can Loki attack?
Yes.
Loki wants to attack, but she wants to transform into a snake and use their weapon against them.
Okay. Does she just want to attack, or does she want to try to also grab
She wants to grab
Jason's sword?
Both. She wants to do both. Try to do both.
Okay. So she transforms into the snake. She puts the sword in her mouth, and she lunges at the man. The man turns around and grabs her with his right arm But as he grabs, she still lunges her head forward and bites down right on his face. This causes him to throw her, and he is in pain. His eyes are currently shut from the pain. Jacob, do you want Sarge to try to attack?
I mean, I don't really know his abilities. Oh wait, he has laser vision, don't he?
Yeah, laser vision and fire breath.
Yes, he does want to try to attack.
All right. You want laser vision or fire breath?
Fire breath.
Okay. You are going to hurt Jason if you do the fire breath.
Oh no, laser.
Laser. Okay. Damn, all of Sarge's rolls have been great tonight. As the man is currently in pain, Sarge fires off some eye beams. Where does he try to aim? Does he try to aim at the dude, or does he try to aim at the robot arm?
I feel like if he hits the robot arm, it's not going to cause damage, but if he hits the dude, it'll cause damage. He'll be able to attack.
You are incredibly quiet. Could you repeat that just one more time?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was saying that with him being, if he hits the arm, then he's not going to hurt the arm, but the guy's going to be distracted. But if he hits the guy, then he's going to hurt the guy and possibly not. I don't. So probably the guy. We'll hit the guy.
Okay. He shoots his laser vision at the guy's chest. This does push him backwards. And as he lands on the ground, he actually coughs up some blood. Not bad. And he looks at the orb in his hands. Why don't we give this a little test?
Can
No!
Loki attack again?
Yes. Can you? You will have to roll for speed.
Okay. She wants to try to throw one of her daggers into the orb and see if it
Oh my god!
This did not go how I planned. Okay. So, before the snake mouth can close, Loki... Jacob?
I might have fixed it. I don't know. Hold on. Is it working?
Yes. Yes, it is working.
Fantastic. I could finally be a singer.
Okay. So, Loki, in an instant, takes a dagger, throws it. And she actually throws it fast enough, so quick, that it does hit into the orb. And as it does, the orb starts to shake. Light starts emitting from it. And there is a large explosion. The explosion blinds the rest of the group. Tommy is now back on his feet. So is Saber. And as the explosion starts to die down and the smoke starts to clear, they see this man, but he appears to be imbued with some of that purple energy. You idiots! Do you know what you've just done?
No, but I don't think that was a good idea.
Oh. For you? And as he says this, the snake mouth on his robot arm opens, and a ball of energy appears inside, and he aims it towards the group. It wasn't.
Fuck.
An energy beam fires, and this is a large beam. it would hit everyone in the group.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
boy.
okay. Loki's gonna do it. So I
Go
don't
for
know.
it.
It's I don't know what it's gonna
Yeah.
do to her, but can she turn into a big shield?
Oh, I was gonna try something really quick.
Okay, no, you
Here,
can't.
let me. Okay. Saber snaps his fingers, and time stops.
Hey, what if I give
Sarge a baby voice?
No, no. So he stops time. The beam is about to hit everyone,
What?
and he isn't sure what to do. He's actually shaking. In the brief moments he has at the moment, he actually does take out his violin, and he starts to play a song. Now, something I do just want to mention, Eno is actually still able to move in the time stop.
Corey, I got it for his voice.
Alright, what is it, Jacob?
What if I... Hold on, it's gotta...
It's not working. What if I use this voice?
I mean, that works.
Eno wants to start moving the group.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, roll 1d20.
Okay. Fuck.
You got an inspiration. Remember, that's the one thing.
God damn it!
Damn. Okay.
It seems like Sarge has been getting pretty good roll.
So, Eno is trying to
I don't
start
think
moving people away. Who does he start with?
He starts with Loki.
Okay.
Loki.
He takes Loki and he tries to move her along. However, in his current state, he wants to move everyone. If he was just as he used to be, he could have moved everyone with relative ease, but now he can barely even manage to just do Loki and move her out of the way. He's panting. He's sweating. He has not felt mortality in a very, very long time.
No. You. Jason.
And he's still playing his violin, but he does open one eye to indicate he is listening.
Can you help me move them?
I'm going to roll another speed check.
Oh, God. What the fuck?
Damn. He puts his violin away, and he goes and he tries to help get Tommy out. Now, Eno is able to get Loki into the doorway. So she is out of harm. And as Saber gets to the doorway, him and Tommy are now out of harm. Sarge and Eno are now the only two left in harm's way. And the time stop is about to come undone. And Saber quickly turns to Eno.
Eno wants to try to use his hands and lunge at Sarge.
Oh boy. Okay, roll. Roll, please.
Yes!
Yeah! Time resumes right as it does. Eno lunges with as much force as he can, pushes onto Sarge, and with the last ounce of energy he can muster, uses his psychic powers to lift him and Sarge over towards the doorway. The beam rushes past them, just completely destroying the wall. As the wall is destroyed.
Going back.
As the wall is destroyed.
Anyway, can Sarge attack as they're like rising?
Yes.
Yes. Like, can he use like his fire breath, or would that hurt? Would that?
No,
hurt,
you can use your fire breath now.
Awesome.
It would probably be no. You can use your fire breath.
I want to do it.
Sarge reels back and starts shooting out a roaring flame straight from his mouth. No one even knew he could do this. And as the flame reached this man, he held out the snake arm, and the fire hit. And the group kind of started to celebrate. But as the fire went away, they saw the man was completely fine. That snake arm seemed to have created some sort of psychic shield that protected the man.
You
thief! I don't have time for this anymore. We need all those pieces. He seems to be able to fly now as well. He rises into the air. And as he does start going up too far for the group to reach, he does aim that arm down one last time. And they can't actually hear this, but he does make one more remark. But I can at least make it more difficult for you to find them. He fires another blast from that arm. However, it doesn't actually hit where the group is. It instead goes down towards the prison block.
No!
As the beam...
Wait! Fucking butches with Meccano!
Yep.
Yeah.
What a reaction.
The blast hits and completely destroys the cell block. Now, something that the group knows very well about the cells are that they were made to be indestructible, as, well, some of these villains that they capture are incredibly strong. So, at first, Saber and Loki aren't too worried because, well, I mean, the inmates are going to be fine, so there's nothing they should worry about. But then they realize something. He wasn't trying to kill the inmates. He was trying to get them out. And while the cells themselves are impenetrable, the locking mechanisms are not.
Fuck.
They turn and look at each other. Without saying a word, they start dashing back down to the prison block, Tommy immediately following.
Can Eno crawl back to Meccano's lab?
Yes.
Tommy, get Warden. We need all the backup we can. We need...
On it. I'll try to get Dan and Alexander.
Please. Oh no, I can't believe this is happening. Jason, we have to make it there as quickly as we can.
Do you think I don't know that?
Do you want me to... she wants to transform into a cheetah again.
Okay, he gets on, and they start rushing down. Oh, what does Sarge want to do?
I guess Sarge will follow.
Okay. So Sarge decides to follow the group as well. And the man flies off. Now, as Loki and Jason get to the prison block, they see it's completely destroyed. Except, of course, for the cells. However, every single criminal they had locked away is gone.
I can't believe Loki was transformed back into a human.
I'm gonna make that guy pay.
I like that wording.
And Eno appears behind them.
Well, no, didn't Eno go off to Meccano's?
Oh,
lab?
I thought that was him.
No.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind.
If he was there, that would have been him saying that.
Okay.
But he's not nearly that cocky right now.
Okay. As he hurries back to Meccano's lab, he actually sees Meccano, who appears to be in some sort of mech suit. And she is actually trying to wrestle down Titanium at the moment.
He wants to continue into the lab.
As he goes into the lab, he can see Butch, who's just sitting there trying to calm down, but he is like extremely shaky.
Butch.
And he turns. What do you want?
I wish to talk to you.
Me? Why? I didn't know the Basilisk was gonna do this. I didn't even know he was coming here.
Shh. I'm not concerned about any of that. I would.
Really?
Well, no, I am. I'm, as you creatures would call it, shitting my pants. If I had pants to shit, and if I could shit.
Oh.
But those voices in your head. Do you know what they are from?
No, actually. I kind of just thought it was stress from work getting to me, you know?
It is absolutely not. The voices in your head are from Zenith.
Zenith? Wait a minute.
I think Zenith is a baby.
And he starts thinking to himself, That's
Oh boy.
what Medusa and Basilisk always talk about.
It's corrupting you and every other member of that cult. It wants out of the cage we built for it. I imagine you could understand why it would need such a cage.
Oh, I mean, yeah, if it's giving me voices and stuff.
Well, if it were to be released, let's just say you and your children would no longer exist, if you're lucky.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
Listen. I wasn't going to sell you or your friends anything. Or, well, I was, but you weren't going to have the brain capacity to use it. I was going to give you the artifact and then lobotomize you.
Oh.
I couldn't, of course, but that's just the nature of business. But there's a reason. Aside from, me wanting my artifact back, it's so no one else gets it. Because even if whether or not this specific world lives or dies is mostly irrelevant to me, that creature would do more than just kill this one, I'm sure. So, maybe you could help me, or all of these people here, by telling us everything you know. And we can free you from that cult, free you from those damned voices, and give you and your children a comfortable life.
And he looks at him for a second, and he looks over at Meccano trying to fight off Titanium. Yeah, I don't want to be part of this anymore. If you guys can help me, then I'll do anything.
We can help you to the extent that you can help us.
Well, let me see here. Well, our base is in the heart of Tierra.
You don't need to tell us anything right now. We currently have more pressing concerns, and I feel like I'm dying.
Yeah, sure, I'll definitely help, though. And, as he says that, I see, Loki and, Loki, Jason, and Sarge all arrive back at the lab, and they see Meccano trying to fight off Titanium. However, so Meccano is about to push Titanium down, but he morphs one of his hands into a sledgehammer and uses it to whack the underside of the mech suit and then slam it on the top of it.
Oh!
Step in and help him.
What was that, Audrey?
You think you're very funny,
Take
Jake.
over and, like...
You like, as soon as you said what she wanted to do, you cut out.
Oh, because I thought I was trying to say that
Sarge
should
Dr. Meccano.
step in.
Okay.
That's a cool effect, dude.
While Titanium is, winding up the sledgehammer for the hits, can he, try to push on one of his legs with the telekinesis?
Yes, roll, please.
Cool.
Fucking Christ.
So I'm going to attack with Jason as well, and I will also roll for Loki and Sarge.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
And do you want... Well, yeah, you'd have to use your heat vision because the fire breath could hurt other people. Okay.
Shut up. No.
So...
Do anything.
So, Eno tries to use his abilities in order to crumple Titanium.
What was my perception?
Psychically... your perception?
Yeah.
Well, it's in this game. It's called awareness, and it is a 2.
Oh God!
So it is a 2.
Was that the first bad roll of the night? Because I thought.
Yeah, no, because you're.
I'd say it was pretty good.
You still rolled an 11.
Oh.
I'd say it was pretty decent.
What would you
Wait,
like?
is 11 is bad? I thought like the highest number was like a...
I don't know. I mean, it depends what you're running.
No,
It is.
so-
11's like a successful roll.
Well,
Or-
it all depends.
Yeah.
Because I thought like
At like a base level, it's successful.
Oh. Okay.
Unless there's something you're rolling against, or your stat just sucks that much ass.
Yeah.
Do you think that I could be a good singer this way?
Not with that.
No. Not at all.
So, Eno tries to use his psychic abilities to make Titanium's leg go down. However, he feels just a huge strike of pain go through his body. Again, not being used to being mortal at all, and he is still feeling the aftershocks of whatever that arm did. So he isn't able to actually perform that. However, as the other three come up, what does Loki want to actually do in order to attack?
To go over, just like probably try to find a way to like restrain him and not like harm him. And any of the cells still intact though?
Oh yeah, like the actual cells are all fine. It's
Yeah,
just...
like are the mechanisms able to be fixed?
Oh, I mean, probably. I mean, you'd have to ask Meccano, but...
Okay. She just wants to try to restrain him. Like, because
Now-
she doesn't want to, like, harm him, because she wants to, she wants to try to talk to them and build more cells underground, so, like, something like this doesn't ever happen again.
Okay. Okay, so she decides to sort of, turn herself into essentially like a very thin but also very tight sort of like a rope like object in order to constrict Titanium's arms, which she is actually able to do because he's not paying attention. He's trying to break free, but as he does, Saber snaps his fingers to stop time. He leaps up onto Titanium's back, and he actually puts the sword in his mouth. And the reason is because Titanium's body right now is made out of nanometal, which means that a sword isn't going to do anything.
Whoa.
But the one part of titanium that doesn't become metal is his insides, which does include his mouth, which is why Jason is doing that. Time resumes, and he sees that the sword is now in his mouth. As he tries to slam himself down, which would knock Jason off and do major damage to Loki, Sarge fires eye beams right at Titanium's head, which does hurt him a good bit, and it does cause him to just kind of like fall on the ground. And Saber gets up, and he takes the sword out of his mouth. You done now? Look, I just want to get out of here. Yeah, well, too bad. And Meccano gets out of her mech suit and brushes off her lab coat.
Okay, so, You wouldn't know if any of those cells are still working, do you?
Who you talk to?
She's talking to everybody.
Given
Loki's still technically a rope, so she can't speak.
Yeah.
given the power of whatever thing that man just did, I doubt it.
And Tommy struggles, but he's walking up to the group as well. The power that he took from you, I might add.
He wasn't supposed to have it or take it.
Now listen, I'm not mad. I'm not mad, trust me. I have been through enough of this kind of thing to know that it wasn't your fault. But I do hope that since this is partially your mess, that you will help clean it.
Unfortunately, me not helping isn't an option. I'd rather this world stay intact as well as every other.
Yeah, I would too. Alright, kids. I'm gonna be honest. I can't fight that. I can do a lot. I can help bring those other villains in. But that power that man has, it's dangerous. It's something that I'm not even sure if the rest of the Guardians at the moment would be able to take down. You two, though, you all have very unique abilities. And I know this is going to be hard, but we have to rely on you two now.
Loki wants to turn back into a human. And just like sitting
On titanium.
Yeah.
Okay, so she does
Straighten
that.
him.
And
Look,
oh, go ahead.
flattered and everything. And obviously, we could do it. But he's fucking powerful.
Yeah, what she said. I mean, you saw what he did. He would have killed us.
Well?
But if I would have turned into a shield fast enough, I could have probably protected the
I'm
cells.
doubtful. But listen. You saw what he did to me. He took it from me. Meccano, who I assume is this lady,
and she does wave,
clearly has the technology to manipulate the matter that I was made of. It will certainly be difficult, but I'm surprised you all are still pretending like it's an option. Regardless, you could take it from him. Maybe you can't fight him directly, but... well...
And Meccano's thinking for a moment.
If I could recreate that device somehow...
And she actually does quickly go back to her computer and start typing.
If I could recreate the mechanisms and I could steal the different pieces...
Now, as she says pieces, this does sort of alarm Eno a bit more, because that man, Basilisk, also mentions something about pieces.
Okay, what are these pieces?
Oh, right. So I saw this on the camera feed. Whenever Loki threw the dagger at your little power orb thing, it blew up into a bunch of different pieces and scattered all around the city.
Wait.
Yeah.
So there's... And they need all of that to complete whatever ritual, I'm assuming.
I mean, maybe. Though
They also
one of those,
probably need it for the machines.
Though one of those pieces did get merged in with that guy, so I don't know if one piece would be enough or how many they really need, but I would assume that if they were to absorb the whole thing from you, which is what they did, then they would need all of it in order to do whatever they want to do.
It's probably best that they don't get all of those pieces anyways.
We need to get the rest of them. Then, Doctor, can you and Tommy be working on new cells for down, like underground?
Oh, yeah. Here, I can actually see if I can contact Alexander. He is a master at that stuff.
Yes, we know. We've heard stories.
Yeah, wasn't the original base underground?
Didn't he, yeah, I don't know. Probably. Yeah,
He's like he's like a weird zombie mole man.
Mole man. I'm gonna tell him that next time we meet.
Go ahead.
Can Eno go up to Tommy?
Yes.
Can I talk to you?
Do something with this. I don't feel like sitting on him forever.
And Meccano gets back in her mech suit to pick him up and starts taking him down towards the cells, and Loki and Saber decide to follow her just so they can make sure that Titanium doesn't get into any more trouble while they try to get him back in his cell.
You... Tommy, is it?
Yeah, that's my name.
You seem to be the most mortal character here.
That is an understatement.
Well, now I might have you bested. Because despite me still having some powers, for the first time in a long time, I feel helpless.
Now, Tommy, really quick, he does just kind of like poke at Eno's body just to make sure if that was true, that he, was actually mortal now, and yes, he could feel him, so he wasn't incorporeal anymore.
You told Saber that he relied too much on his powers. Even though I would argue that my abilities are simply the nature of my being, it seems I rely on mine too much.
Yeah, see, that was kind of the thing. Back in the day, during some of our most early adventures, it's actually something I learned from good old buddy Dan. I don't know if you've heard of Scarlet Scorpion. It's a pretty popular hero, works for us. See, there was an event that happened where he also lost his power. And, well, he did get a little down about it for a second, but he cobbled together a suit of armor and, well, he kept on fighting. And that taught me something. The reason why I try to drill into Jason's head that using his powers and relying on them all the time is bad is because, just like how you think, once they get taken away, you feel powerless. You feel like the one thing that made you you, that allowed you to do what you could, is gone. But it's not true. You're still you. You're still the same person you always were. Just because you lost something doesn't mean that you were lost yourself. And considering that I don't have any powers, meaning I never had anything to lose, I was reminded of that every single day. I was fighting on par with these other heroes, and yet I'm just a guy with a stick, sometimes a gun. I'm no one special, and yet here I am with all these other specials. And he looks at Eno and he puts a hand on what he assumes is his shoulder.
I guess. Though, it wasn't really until now I ever had anything to fight for.
Yeah, trust me. I know how you feel.
But the thing that I'm building up to, which I apologize for the build-up, I'm not used to just asking for something. I need, at least for the time being, training.
Well,
at the very least, I need to be able to walk.
And Tommy, can you roll really quick? Just roll.
Yes. Ooh.
Tommy takes a couple steps away, or couple steps forward, puts a hand in his pocket, quickly takes another dagger and throws it at it. Eno, this time, actually tries to dodge. While the dagger does scrape past some of the cloak-like area on his body, he is able to dodge it from hitting any major points. That is lesson number 1. Always expect the unexpected and be able to react to it.
Well then. Okay.
And he walks back over to him. Once the kids get back, and that rock man is he with you? I don't think I didn't see the rock man before.
If I'm entirely honest, I have absolutely no idea what it is or where it came from.
What is that thing on its head?
Whenever it arrived, it was a separate creature. There's probably some type of relationship thing, not romantic, I don't think, but they're connected somehow.
Well then. And he just turns around and starts walking to like it's normal. Once the kids get back, come by the training room, and I'll give you all a lesson.
All right.
And soon enough, Saber, Loki, Sarge, and Meccano walk back. And I do just want to cut really quick to, out of all of the cells that are just laying in waste at the moment. There was one single cell that was still in perfect working condition, so they slammed titanium in there. Now here, it was for a smaller criminal, so he's squeezed in there, but that's where he is.
It worked. He'll live. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it did. After we had to push, I don't know how many times.
Well,
It's fine. Nanometal never degrades. He'll be okay.
okay. Anyway, let's go find them. Did you? Oh my gosh! Did you hear how he called us children?
Yeah, I know. He always calls us that. And
We're
brats.
not kids. Oh, how dare he? Like Emma was only 15.
I'd like to say that I am not a child. I am made of stone.
Yeah, but
So,
yeah, wait a minute. How old are you anyway?
You stone? Because like, since you're just like a bunch of piles of stone, does that mean like you're like a bunch of different ages?
Well,
Huh. Yeah. It's like every rock like a different
it
age.
just
Like
depends because I was born when God created the rocks. So therefore, I am forever living.
I mean, is it like, are they from different rocks? Are they from the same,
Yes.
like...
They're from the same. They're from different universes that scientists have gathered.
wait. Different unit. What?
Oh yeah, there are
Complicated
those.
story. All of the.
Wait, you mean in like all those dumb sci-fi shows?
They're not.
That's real.
Sir, it
What?
is.
Well, now hold on.
Are you saying I'm not real, Jason?
Well, no, I mean no, not aliens.
Get
Like
yourself
I mean,
into a sticky pickle.
Oh yes. Alternate universes, not alternate, different. There are other universes, though I don't know if I go as far as to say that the sci-fi novels were correct.
Listen, my head is from Mars, and my body is from the moon, and my legs are from Earth, and my feet and head are coming from my planet, from my universe. This is just a collection
After
of
we get
science.
all the criminals back, please let me examine you.
That is incredibly strange and specific, and I almost feel like it's strange and specific for no reason.
I am a strange character.
Yes.
That's why I sing all my lines.
so as the group has now convened, Eno does inform them about going with Tommy in order to train, and that is where they all start to head. They aren't sure about their next destination. They're not quite sure about what they need to do next, but they do know one thing. They need to stop this, and they have to stop this now. And as Tommy said, they might be the only ones currently who can actually do anything. Dan and Alexander are off in different parts of the world right now. And Tommy is too damaged from that battle to go out and try to fight those guys again. So, with that thought in their heads, that is where we will end tonight's session.